You were born ready? Tell me more about being born ready.
Well, as soon as I was born, they were like, she's ready. Let's do this.
That's it?
Yeah.
And then you just did stand
Some
up?
greatness ever since.
Really? Greatness? Because you're great.
You're great.
You're great.
You're great.
You're great.
I hate it when you
You're
start
great.
it like
I
that.
started. You didn't even notice.
You know who's super great?
Who?
Brian.
Brian, you're great. Brian. Hey,
Thanks.
Brian Cobb's here, and he's great. You're great.
Thanks for that.
Yeah, no problem.
Welcome to the HugLife
I like being called
podcast.
great.
You
That's
are
the best
great.
thing.
Yeah, I'm Monica Nevi.
And I'm Mike Coletta.
And this
You're
is
not
our
Monica
podcast.
You're not, you fucking liar.
You're a liar.
Bullshit.
This is the worst. We're actually in Spokane, Washington right now. Live from beautiful Spokane, Washington here at the Hug Central Station.
Yeah.
I still don't get it.
Yes,
Are you the train? I don't understand.
Yes, this is the station.
This is the station.
This is the station.
The equipment is the station. We are the train.
We are the train.
Mike
but
is the
I moved
conductor of the hug train.
the station, and Monica punches tickets. I'm
Punches tickets.
punches tickets.
I thought you said
All aboard
dicks
the
at
hug
first. Just punching dicks.
Just punching dicks. Hey, Monica, do you want to plug the shows we're going to be at on this Blanket Fort Comedy
Sure,
Show?
yeah. This week coming up, Thursday the 24th, we will be in Mountain Home, Idaho.
Bruh.
It's with Derek Richards, actually, which is very exciting.
That just sounds like two words that they made.
Mountain Home.
Yep.
They just combined
They're
them
like,
together.
there's one house
They're like, all right,
and a
our
mountain.
home is here, and
There's
there's
a mountain in my house,
home.
and it's a mountain home.
Perfect. And then Friday and Saturday, we will be in Salt Lake City, Utah, at the Sandy Station on Friday, which actually I think technically is in Sandy, Utah.
Yeah, technically in Sandy.
And then Saturday, we're in a guy named Kian's garage.
That's a great way to put it.
Just crushing it.
Just in a dude's garage.
Yeah. And we might actually have a show on Sunday, but I'll let you
You
know.
booked Keen's Garage?
Mhm.
Wow.
Dude.
Yeah, we're headlining
It's
Kian's
really
garage.
hard to get into Keen's garage, and we just did it, so it's no big deal.
We might also be sleeping in there. So.
So don't be mean.
This is my show / bunk bed. Ooh, okay. Also, you don't forget to rate and review, describe to the podcast on.
Describe it. Just describe it to your friends.
Describe it to your
and
friends
see if
on
they want to
Rate,
listen.
review, and subscribe on iTunes. It really actually helps the show a lot, and it makes me feel good, and it makes Monica feel good, and Brian loves it too, right, Brian?
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, yes, anding. We're also on Stitcher, and you can
Yes,
also
anding.
listen to us on Racketeer Radio every Thursday at 7 p.m., and that does a lot for us. Those might be the quickest plugs we've ever done.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
We
dude.
have Twitter.
Efficiency
Oh,
is
yeah.
okay.
Monica and I, Monica's at Monica Nevi. I'm at Nicoletta, and Brian's at...
Brian R. Cobb, but I don't do funny things. I'm not funny. So.
Yeah, but you do sports stuff,
Yeah,
and that's
sports
what
stuff.
primarily we're about today.
And I make stupid puns.
Stupid
so.
puns.
Those are
You
my
know what?
favorite.
You know what? That's a
Puns.
big
Go for
market.
it.
There's a big
Excuse
market
me.
for stupid puns out there that people just don't really take advantage of. I feel
It is.
like
I'm kind of cornering it, actually. Sorry. No.
that's her
The
jam.
market corner.
Got the market cornered on the stupid pun point. Stupid pun. I can't speak.
Stupid
I'm
pun
having-
porn?
I'm having.
Struggle.
I'm
That was
having
a category
so
of
many
porn.
problems.
Struggle.
I'm having problems speaking. Like it's been like the last week has just been horrible. Me saying the wrong thing.
Did you say stupid pun porn?
Stupid pun problems is what I was trying to say. But
Well,
it
that's
sounded
not
like,
what.
porn
Yeah.
sounds
but it sounded like
Sounds
That
like
probably
I might need to
exists.
check it out.
Probably
That's,
exists.
stupid pun porn.
just
There's people doing it
just
while
stops like
making
every
puns.
10 seconds because you're like, really? Did you just say that? That's awesome. It's great. I'm into it.
Should we talk
Guy in
about-
the corner?
Do you want to talk about the shows we did in Missoula and Coeur d'Alene? Because those are fun.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, Missoula was the best. I really like Missoula, Montana.
Yeah, it's it's got a little liberal pocket thing going on there. And,
Little liberal pocket and
yeah.
big sky country.
A lot of nerdy college kids that really, really liked Mike. It was good.
Yeah.
It's a fun show.
It was a good time.
Fun.
Aren't they the Grizzlies
Motel
too?
6.
Like,
They are. They're the Bears. And yeah.
I feel like
Grizzlies.
you appeal to bears.
I
There
do.
was the green room that we were in had just a bunch of different photographs of bears on the walls.
And you're
Like
from
just
Alaska,
different.
so-
Yeah, it felt at home
So
there.
Grizzly,
I
you
felt
felt at
safe.
home. Yeah.
It felt real nice.
good.
Also, I went to a Cracker Barrel for the first time while I was there.
Oh, yes. That was the exciting part of Missoula.
Yeah.
How many sides did you have?
I got 3 sides.
sides.
but I
Because you
made-
have to.
make it like you have to get a side. I got a steak for $11.99, always dicey. And then, but then I got the mac and cheese and the fries, and then the
Are you
mixed
just telling us what
vegetables.
you got it?
Yeah, I'm telling you. Because this is what I didn't realize about it is I got the sides and I was excited, but then she's like, "Do you also get biscuits?" And I'm like, "What? This is a lot."
I've never been to a Cracker Barrel, but that's all I've ever been told is that
It's
they
just a
feed
lot.
you.
It's
They
just a
feed you.
lot of food.
Cracker
I get
Barrel
mad if you don't eat.
is the improv of restaurants. They're like, yes, and. Yes, and.
Yes, and
And I hate it. No.
And Monica got grits. She really likes grits.
Yeah, because we don't have those in Washington very often.
Does that mean we need to open our own grits restaurant when we're done?
There's a grits food truck.
Really?
I saw it in Ballard once, yeah.
Ooh. Did she give you like the little paper boat of grits?
I don't know. I didn't get to go check it out, but that was what it was, and I was very sad. I didn't get to eat them. When we go to the South, I'm going to just only eat grits.
Just
and letting
only
you know
grits?
that.
It sounds healthy.
Letting you know that now.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, Coeur d'Alene actually might have been my favorite show so far.
Oh, God. All the weird things that happen.
Just because it was in a bar called Crickets, which really is probably not a great place for a show. But
this is where you do the cricket drop, right?
Yeah. I wish I had a soundboard. I need to work on getting a soundboard.
Just do your own sound effects. It'll be fine.
Crickets don't just say.
They're like Pokemon. They just say their name.
Yeah. Cricket. I think I nailed
What if
that.
every animal did that?
I think I nailed it.
Just a bear. Warthog.
We're just doing Pokemon sounds. Bear. I'm having a good time.
Sounds
Fuck
very
you guys.
anxious.
Monica's making fun of. So we drive, obviously,
I'm not
a
done
lot.
talking about Coeur d'Alene.
Okay, fine. Just keep going. Okay, that's fine. Go.
My favorite
Let's go.
part was that there was a man just walking around on the street dressed as Bernie from Weekend at Bernie's, just by himself. Just that was his thing,
these parts.
I guess. And so he was taking pictures with people, but he walked in while Mike was on stage, and Mike was not very happy
I
about it.
wasn't. It was like the worst.
He's just distracted. The guy was really nice, and he didn't say anything. Obviously, he's dead. He was very quiet.
Convincing Bernie.
Right. But there's all these drunk women that were like, "Oh, I want to take a picture," like while Mike was on stage.
Yeah.
So Mike told him to lay on the ground.
And he did.
And he did.
And that was just
but
another
then it
selfie
just
opportunity.
prompted a bunch of women to lay next to him. Oh,
That
God, it
didn't
was
work out.
so
That backfired.
funny.
It really backfired.
He's
for
obedient, Bernie.
It was my favorite.
He was actually very.
That's
He was
cool.
very nice. I just was bar shows like that. Everything's distracting.
You get some,
Yeah.
you get
Well,
some characters walking around in Spokane.
And we're
Coeur
right.
d'Alene.
The stage was right next to the door, so when anybody would walk in, they would literally walk right in front of
They
you.
don't realize
Yeah.
if they didn't know there was a show going on.
But it was a fun show still, and then Missoula was really fun. And what we do? I feel like we did one more. What do we do?
Well, today we're in.
Oh well, yeah, today. yeah.
There's a guy in Spokane that walks around with a tambourine. And
Really?
he finds every live music. Basically, if there's live music going on in Spokane, he will be there. But it was
Just
in
plays
the paper
tambourine.
the other day that he's moving.
Oh no!
He's like an institution.
that
and he's
popular
moving
that
back to
they-
Moses Lake.
Why?
Apparently, he's going to take his tambourine and
He's like, I'm
He's-
taking my tambourine and I'm
like,
going
take your ball
home.
and go home. He's taking his tambourine and going
Dude, there was a
Yeah,
guy in
where dreams live,
Olympia.
Moses
I feel
Lake.
like every weird town has that. There's a guy in Olympia that would go to the dance club with angel wings, and he just danced by himself with angel wings.
Sweet.
And all these drunk frat dudes would try to go up and dance with him to get really, really mad at them.
Oh.
Like, he's like, I just want to dance with my angel wings alone.
There's a guy in Seattle where that's like his workout. Like he comes in with like sweatband. He's got a fanny pack. He
Oh,
just
yeah.
gets
No, this
after
guy.
it.
This guy got after it, and the thing I didn't know about him when we were at a street fair like a month ago, and we're walking through, and then our friends were basically. I was sitting there staring at him because he's in the middle of an intersection
Just
dancing, by
playing a
himself,
tambourine.
wearing like really tight white pants and a mullet and a tambourine.
Wow.
So of course I wanted to watch, but then
Mm-hmm.
my friend advised me that like if you make eye contact, he will pull you in to dance with him.
Jeez.
Ooh.
Make it a little 2-person dance party.
Dude, that
So-
sounds
Isn't that a little
nice.
two-person
So
dance
we walked
party?
away and got a snow cone, and it was a
Dude,
good day.
That's the best story I've ever heard.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Both
if you
of those
want
options
snow cones,
sound pretty
good.
great.
Dance party or snow cone? You gotta
Snow cone
choose.
dance party?
Snow cone dance party.
Swim pizza party. Did we talk about Walla Walla?
That's what we
There
did.
it
That's
is.
what I was forgetting.
Walla.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did Walla Walla. Scott Lassie was there, and we had a pizza swim party.
Scoot Loose destroyed.
Like a 10th birthday party.
Like a 10th birthday party. No booze, just pizza and swimming at night. Except it was like 11 at night.
And the old 2 Wallace.
The old Walla Walla. The double Walla.
Do you know there's a
Walla
river that
squared.
goes underneath Walla Walla?
Underneath?
Is that
Yeah.
No,
We
why
were
didn't you tell us
underground?
that
We were down
before?
there for a concert, the Mumford & Sons concert, like a couple months ago, I guess. And apparently there's a river that goes underneath Walla Walla. I don't know why they would
Why?
cover it, because there's not much water in Walla Walla.
Yeah.
They covered it?
Yeah, like the city is built on top of the river. So there's like certain points where you can go and look, and then there's water down there.
What?
And
Weird.
some old gentleman in Walla Walla described it to us
Just
as we were walking around.
Some
You
old
just
gentleman.
find
Staring at it,
all
we thought it was
the,
just
the
like
gems.
it was like a
Like,
sewer
I'm here
or
to
something.
tell everyone about the
He was like,
river.
That's actually the Walla Walla River. And it sounded just like that.
I'm happy.
I think they were just excited to have a lot of people there.
Oh,
in
yeah.
Walla Walla. So
It's
they're
a
very
sleepy,
nice.
it's a sleepy wine town.
That's
good
how they
people.
have
That's
Sleepy
cool.
Wine Town.
Sleepy
Everyone's
Wine Town.
taking naps at 5.
Everyone's taking wine naps at 5.
Yeah, well, that's kind of small towns, they get excited that you're there, and so the audience was really great. There wasn't a whole lot of people, but if that room was full, it would have been like a kick-ass audience. So it was really fun. They were nice, and then I'm all about pizza parties. So.
We ate pizza 4 days in a row.
We did,
and it was fantastic. I'm not mad. It's pretty great.
It's like a dream.
It's a dream for me.
Dream week there.
You know what?
Following our dreams.
The tour
just eating
started,
pizza as much
dreams
as possible.
just came true immediately. I had no
That's the only
idea.
reason you're on a tour is just eat pizza.
Just eat
I'm here
pizza
for
in all
the
these
pizza.
different
You're an
places.
adult. You can just do that.
I know, right? You didn't have to go on tour
He's
to
aware.
eat pizza. You could have just done that at home. Oh, really? Well, Monica, you just take my car. I'll bus back.
I get it most Tuesdays. Pizza Tuesday.
Pizza Tuesday.
Oh man. Okay. Brian Cobb is our guest.
Thanks, Mike.
Yeah.
And we
Actually,
should.
you're my guest, but
Oh yeah, we're gonna get to that later. And Brian, so we have a lot of comedians on the show, and we want to have people that aren't comedians on the show because we like to showcase it. Like we had Cassie Carell on; she was a country singer. Brian is also an R&B singer. No, I'm just kidding. But
fair time.
you work
singer of a boy
in
band.
sports, and Monica loves sports,
Yay.
and I love sports. But Monica knows more. We love
I
sports.
actually don't know a lot about hockey. That's what I was realizing.
That's what's
yesterday.
exciting. Yeah.
It was very nice. We got to go to a hockey game yesterday. I love hockey games, but I don't know what the fuck I'm watching most of the time. That's why I'm just like, hit him.
Most people, especially in Washington, don't, just because you don't grow up playing. It's too expensive around here. So, it's a little bit of an education that we like a lot of times with fans in the States. It's educating them in hockey before they can like it.
So it's expensive to play as a kid, right?
Yeah, just because the resource, like you can go and play basketball in your backyard, but you can't go play hockey in your backyard.
That is
build an ice rink.
Yeah, it's too warm, and then
really
so to
thought
pay
about
for
that.
ice is expensive, and then there's only so many rinks. So like Spokane, for example, including Eastern Washington has a rink, and then including our arena, and then our practice. There's basically 4 in the Spokane Coeur d'Alene metro area, like 4 ice rinks.
So there's
wow.
not a lot
Full-time
of
ice
people
rinks.
playing.
Whereas
playing
like
hockey.
we have a player that's from some town in Saskatchewan that has like 700 people, and they have 3 hockey rinks.
Jeez.
So like
Yeah,
just
those
the
are
availability
Canadians.
of time, like it's just expensive to pay for, and then all the equipment's expensive, just like
Yeah,
sport, so.
my sister played, and I remember that being a thing where it's like a very expensive hobby. And she played.
Well,
in
she was a
Alaska.
goalie too, which
Yeah,
is
which
even
is
like
It's way more
more
stuff,
expensive
right?
because there's a ton of stuff, and then
Yeah.
you grow out of it. You
I
can't
will
use it
say,
again.
hockey pads, the worst smelling pads
Oh, it's
out of
terrible.
any sport I've ever.
We'll bring in like
Gross.
Ooh, gross.
into our locker room. We'll bring in like dehumidifiers and stuff to try to dry it all out, but it stays wet, so it's
just stays
smelly.
wet.
So gross.
It's smelly.
Yeah.
Ew.
Dehumidifiers. So what is that? Just sucks the water out of
No,
the air?
just like you would in your house to take the water out of the air, like to like.
I've never used a
dry thing.
dehumidifier. I've only used a humidifier.
Yeah.
Let's spend the next 45 minutes talking about humidifiers.
Never being sick as a kid and having one.
That's what I would have too.
Anyways.
That's exciting. Fun
Let's
stuff.
talk
Right
about
after
Monica.
pizza party.
last night though. So you were on the PA, which is something you don't normally do.
I don't normally do that. So it was our preseason game, and so we have a lot of people that were like doing their regular jobs. So our normal PA guy has a normal job, and then our, the person that's running our music has a normal job. So I jumped on. It was fun.
That's
You did a really
fun.
good job. We
You
didn't
did.
realize it was you. Even your wife didn't realize it was you until like 2/3 into the game.
You're just
She's like,
"That's
"Oh,
Brian."
I think
I'm like,
that's
what?
Brian."
That's Brian? I had no idea. It sounded so natural. It sounded so natural.
I like to sneak up on people.
You didn't talk like a
Sneaky guy.
pirate though.
No,
Yes.
I wanted to work that in at the end, but I was just trying to get out of there without swearing
Freaking
or
out. Yeah.
leaving the mic on when I was pissed or something.
Just being like, that's another fucking oh damn it. Oh shit. Oh, I'm so
What
sorry.
the fuck are you doing? Yeah. No.
You leave the mic on and they like
Oh, I left it on once, and then I started talking to the other guy up in the press box with me, and then luckily I didn't say anything bad and not too loud, so nobody heard it. But
Yeah, I didn't.
but it
know.
was a scary moment when the little green line was on.
You're like,
So,
yeah.
Is it hard to do the PA and watch the game at the same time? Because you're like, do you
it's
kind
hard
of
for
get
me just
into
because
it?
my
You're like,
normal role is like so I'm normally the PR director. Well, I am the PR director, but so I'll watch the game and I'm basically writing my recap as it goes, so I can send the press release after the game and figure out kind of what's going on, and make sure that everything's working right in terms of our online stats and all that kind of stuff. So it was hard for me just because something would happen and then I'm thinking like, okay, how does that affect what I'm going to do in 20 minutes? But there's a different sequence when you're doing different jobs. But it's like the Chiefs are a we're a lower level, like we're not professional, so it's what's called major junior. So we end up wearing a lot of hats anyway. So like a lot of the time I'll run the sort of the show inside, so directing all the cameras and all that stuff. So everybody kind of does everything, which is nice.
Yeah.
Oh,
So you
different hats.
So as a PR director, you write press releases. Do you deal with press conferences?
If we have
Do
them.
they have
we
those?
don't have
Yeah.
press conferences too often, just because
Do you have to?
we're not the Seahawks, so we're not going to have like
Intense.
post-game press conferences. We have like we'll all coordinate interviews after games and stuff, and
yeah.
then coordinate interviews or any sort of media availability during the week at practice, any sort of separate interviews, that kind of thing. We had one press conference last year that we set up, and it was kind of the whole thing. But
because that's interesting too, because you have younger players,
Right,
Like
I was just gonna say.
Yeah, you mentioned this yesterday. You tell them, but we're on the same page.
I don't know what you're talking about, but I was just thinking, like, do you, as the PR director, talk to the players very often about what they can and can't say? Like, we would always go through a thing, like, as a basketball player in college, they would come talk to us and be like, okay, look, don't say this stuff. Like, when you're in interviews, say stuff like this or whatever. You know what I mean? And especially with younger guys, I feel like that's...
we'll chat with them, and part of their development as a player anyway. So like we're considered a developmental league, so which usually is in the context of developing them as hockey players so they can go on to professional ranks. But then we'll also talk to the players about kind of just how to do an interview. A lot of them are shy, or they're nervous about saying the wrong thing, and so
like saying fuck into a PA system.
Yeah, so a lot of it is like
just talking like a pirate for no reason.
Especially on so they'll be doing a TV interview for the first time, and it's not live, and so they're just like reminding them that answer, like hear the question from them. You don't have to hear it and then answer really quick and then get on. It's not a speed round,
right?
And then most of them, honestly, like I think just in sort of the culture of today, they grow up and they're like they almost want to do the coach speak thing. So I actually a lot of the time have to do kind of the other and work with them to kind of have some personality. Like you're allowed to answer a question. It's not, they're not trying to trick you. And especially like the media in Spokane, they're not trying to attack players. They're not trying to shine them in
really
a,
going
in a,
after
in a good
those,
light. Like all the
those
people,
young hockey players.
All the people I work with are really good in that regard. So it's, they're trying to give them answers or questions that they can answer well.
Right.
And so a lot of it is just like, okay, give them an answer. Like they want to make you look good, so just give them something.
Yeah. What's the difference between? Is there college? There's college hockey, right?
Yeah.
So what's the difference between developmental league
play
and
in the Western Hockey League, which is called a major junior league,
okay.
And so their players are 16 to 20 years old, but
they are.
Yeah. So
Just the difference between the way some of them looked yesterday.
Yeah.
Was like he's 12 and he looks like he's 35. Yeah. Like, why does he have a beard?
Yeah,
it was like a
beards,
real.
I was like, what?
I realized it sounded creepier than I meant, but yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
they are.
All right.
Right where I
anyway,
like
so they're so major junior is just like a classification, just like peewees or something like that. But so they're 16 to 20 years old, and they're basically the best 16 to 20-year-olds in the world so they're the best hockey players at their age group. Okay. So the Western Hockey League, and then there's an Ontario Hockey League and a Quebec Junior Major Hockey League. It's in French, so I always forget the acronym. But those three leagues formed to become the Canadian Hockey League, which is sort of the umbrella league. And then so the champion of all those three leagues go and play in the Memorial Cup, and that's sort of our biggest championship. But players are drafted into the NHL the summer before their 18-year-old season. So this past season, players born in 1997 were first eligible for the NHL draft. So like that was their first year to be eligible. But so for like the comparison to hockey, if a player plays in the Western Hockey League, they can't play in the NCAAs because the NCAA considers them professional.
Right. Yeah.
And part of that is they get like a modest stipend basically to cover like gas costs for when they're around town. But they're billeted. They're hosted by families here in town.
Oh.
But anyway, and then they also play against players that have been drafted and sign contracts. So like a player might sign a contract with the Edmonton Oilers or something, but then the Oilers will send them back down to play in juniors for another few years. So they're playing against players that have professional contracts, and the NCAA deems them to be professionals. So that's a big decision players make is, when they sign to play in the Western Hockey League, they are foregoing any NCAA eligibility. But to sort of counter that, for every year they play in the Western Hockey League, so like the Chiefs, for every year a player plays for the Chiefs, we're on the hook to pay for their tuition, their books, their room and board at college after they're done playing.
Oh.
So for example, we had a player
I did not know that.
Yeah, so we had a player that basically if a guy doesn't make it to the NHL, they'll go and play in Canada because the Canadian colleges don't rule you ineligible to play hockey.
Right.
So a lot of times what a guy will do is he'll come and play for the Chiefs for 4 years or something, and then if they don't make it professionally, they'll go and play in Canada, or they might just go to school here in the States. Like we had one guy go to the University of Idaho just to get an engineering degree. And then, so there's sort of the different paths to the NHL. Like we had a guy that, Derek Ryan, he played for the Chiefs for 4 years, and then he went to the University of Alberta and played hockey there for 4 years. Then he went to like Austria and then Sweden and just blew up. Like he turned into this star player. And then this past summer, he signed a deal with the Carolina Hurricanes to play professionally.
Long
That's
path
like
there. It's
12 years of hockey,
he did
essentially.
like the long roundabout way.
Well, that's awesome.
Because hockey players, you can play hockey pretty old. Like this hockey players
more
are like
late
40s,
usually
right?
older than say the NFL or something.
Yeah,
and then
because this hockey players in their 40s, right? Like NHL
yeah, I mean,
players.
like Jaromir Jagr is super old.
Yeah,
like when he was drafted, he had an amazing mullet. It's one of my favorite Google pictures. Like, Jaromir Jagr
Just
mullet.
Background on your phone.
But it was cool when he got drafted to have that mullet. Like that was his thing. So yeah, you can play pretty late.
So the young, because you have some young players that are like 16 or something. Do they go to high school at the same time?
Yeah. So I mean. Yes, that is this one. Pointing at a screen. That's good podcasting. But
that's a beautiful mullet. We might have to post it on the
encourage
internet.
anybody to search Jaromir Jagr mullet.
Jaromir Jagr mullet with J's.
Anyway, so most of our players are 18 and 19, just because. So the range is 16 to 20, but basically to be ready for this league and the physicality of it, they're going to be older. But if we do have 16 or 17-year-old players, they go to high school here in town. So they'll go to high school from like 8:30 to 1 or something, and then they'll come down and go to practice. And then they obviously travel with the team on the bus and everything. So it's kind of a weird structure. We have there's like a whole job that our education coordinator, that his whole job is basically to facilitate that and make sure they're up to snuff on their school and all that stuff.
I'm gonna be honest, it actually sounds like a really good system though. Like it sounds a lot more open and better than like a system of saying, you have to go to college and play this, and then if you don't make it, you're just done.
Yeah, well, I mean,
this kind of roundabout system.
In terms of getting ready to play hockey professionally, there's no comparison. So I can't remember what the numbers were from last year, but the year before that, there were I think there were 8 first-round NHL picks that came out of the Western Hockey League, and then 9 out of the Ontario League, and then the Quebec League was right behind them, and then I think the NCAA had a couple.
Oh wow. Okay. So
the NCAA definitely develops they develop players, but they also part of it is an education package. So traditionally, it's usually like smaller players will go to the NCAA route, but then there's also kids from Minnesota or North and South Dakota or back east. They kind of grow up with college hockey as a big part of their growing up, so they're more inclined to play college hockey.
Yeah,
so it's a decision for them.
Well,
there's no bad route.
Because you talking about the guy that went from WHL to Alberta then to Europe. You do it in basketball too. People go play basketball in Europe, right? But they go from Europe leagues to the NBA.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just, I mean, it's a more difficult route.
Yeah.
I don't know if
it's definitely not the easiest way to go.
Right. Yeah.
And it's definitely a rarer story. There are a lot more guys that go to play in college and then go try to play in Austria and don't do anything. Like he was here at our training camp in August, and his direct quote was, "I just wanted to go travel." Like he just wanted to go hang out with his wife and go play.
Yeah,
and hockey was his way to go see the world,
take advantage of it. While
and
you
then
do it.
he just kind of turned into a really good player. Like he developed a scoring touch and came back, and it worked out.
What's a scoring touch?
It's I'll tell you later.
I'll show you later. Good at scoring.
Good at scoring?
Are you serious? Wait, that was a real question?
That was a legitimate question. Yeah. Is that like the touch?
I don't know how you describe that.
I don't know.
He became good at scoring.
Okay, there you go. That's all I need to say. What's the scoring time? I just heard that before, and I'm like, I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to talk to you about this real quick, though. We're going to get back. But when we were at the game, there was an amazing man during the national anthem.
This was the
And
best
I'm
thing.
wondering if you know of this person, if they're like regularly there. But so the lady that sang the national anthem,
Okay.
he sang it with her
Like,
loudly,
super
and
loud.
terribly.
And he was like, she was, doing like, just slowing it down a little bit, and he's basically like, no, come on, we got to
Let's
speed
go,
it
let's
up. Like
fucking
he's
go.
like
He's
singing
directing
faster.
the
He's
tempo.
Like,
he's
tempo,
just,
tempo,
That's
tempo.
fantastic.
and to the point where I had to walk back out of the seats because I was laughing so hard
That's
and didn't want to
fantastic.
laugh like
She's
right
like,
at him.
And the Rockets regular, and he'd be like, glare.
A little harmony in the background.
And he was like a terrible
mic him up.
singer too. Like it wasn't
Not
like,
very
oh
good.
god, it
Yeah.
was so funny though.
I think I lost it when he did the "O'er the Ramparts" part because he did it like a solid 2 seconds before.
Yeah,
she did it. Like, it
he was
was
just
fantastic.
going
Yeah.
right
And I was
through
like-
it.
National anthem singers are tricky for us because we have to get ones that can sing the Canadian anthem too. So anytime we play the Canadian team, which are most of the teams in our league, we have to sing both.
that's so it's like twice
Yeah.
as long.
And the Canadian national anthem's awesome. It's a really
It's
good
O
national anthem,
Canada,
actually.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our home and native land,
Yep.
true patriot love.
Wow, you're nailing it right now.
Yeah, you
And
are.
all our
And all
sons.
the sons command,
Command,
I think.
yeah.
It's pretty
Always
good. I had,
blowing
yeah,
We see the-
wouldn't have got past that. I had two Canadian teammates in college, and they made a big deal about like having the Canadian flag in the
Yeah.
gym and stuff. And then they played it like on our senior night. I have no idea.
Well, and we have
You're
have,
like, I don't give a
we
shit.
have
I don't know,
two
whatever.
European imported players. So we have a guy from Austria and a guy from Denmark now, and so every like one game per season, we'll try to play their national anthem too. So like we'll wait till we're playing an American team, and then so we'll play we'll play like the Austrian national anthem, but then the American anthem after it. But we always have to we basically have to ask the kid like, is this the Austrian national? Like I don't know. What
I
Austrian
don't know.
national
Is
anthem
this right? You just play the wrong
So
song.
last year we were looking at the Hungarian national anthem, and we had no clue. So we had to bring the kid in, and then we were trying to search for it on YouTube to like
Yeah.
figure out what the song was, and then we'd go download it. And then so he basically had to reach over and type it in Hungarian to get the right song. and
jeez.
like we just took his word for it. Like that might have been
It
just
could have
He
been
was
some
just
super
doing
dirty song.
Hungarian dirty pop song. I had no
There's
clue.
like one person in the crowd that's just dying because they think it's
EDM
hilarious.
craziness.
And then we played the Austrian song, and then like we accidentally looped it. So first of all, it's long already, and then like our music guy accidentally looped it, so we realized like it was like 6 minutes of song, and so it's
Yeah,
going,
it's
and we're
playing
like, crap, it
again.
started over, but then we don't want to cut it off, like we don't want to disrespect an entire country, so we just played the Austrian anthem.
Yeah,
Twice,
we liked it so much.
double
that-
down.
Double Austrian patriotism.
Double down on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was really happy with it. I also was not. I'd never sat that close before, and those flexi boards that they check into,
Yeah.
that was kind of scary the first
Yeah.
couple times.
Yeah.
Was not used to that.
And
But it
even
was
the puck hit the
when
glass
the puck
or
hit it,
whatever.
it would, like
It wa-
move. Yeah.
They're loud, and
was loud.
I mean there weren't a ton of people on Saturday, so just
It was
'cause a
cool to be able to
preseason
sit wherever you wanted,
You can
though.
hear a lot more. And
That was really
you can hear
awesome.
the coaches yelling and stuff. It's definitely a different
Yeah.
Dude,
vibe.
Canadian anger makes me
Yes.
giggle.
It's the best.
Canadian anger.
Canadian
It
anger is the best. I'm sorry, but that fucking sucks.
My boss is Canadian. I probably shouldn't say anything to that.
Dude, I it's okay. I'll
I
fill
like
that in.
Canadians.
I like
They're
Canadians
just
too.
very
I
nice,
love
so it's
Canada.
weird
I
to
love
see them get
Canadians.
mad.
That's why it was weird to me. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
not ready to that. You took us on a tour of the arena too, which was really fun.
Yeah.
I was really pumped about
Yeah.
that. Press box is really high up and creepy scaffolding to get to.
Yeah,
fuck.
well,
I did it
I always
anyway.
forget that people like don't go see that. So we say that all the time. Like we'll have, I don't know, like some kid in the building, like somebody, some sponsor or something. Like their kid is around, and like to walk them into the locker room, like blows their mind. But then you forget about it. Like I'm always behind the scenes, so like I walk in there all the time.
Right,
It's
you're
not
just
a big
used to
deal,
it.
Like we'll walk under the stands and walk up to the press box or whatever. And
Does the locker room have all sorts of crazy cool medical stuff in it, like
Medical
sweet,
stuff?
awesome hot tub baths and stuff like that?
Like an athletic training room?
Training room does.
Training room and locker room are different.
Oh,
Yeah.
but it's not like a,
Locker
like a
room's just
Holiday
like a
Inn
big
hot tub.
Square of,
Such as a hot tub in the
of,
locker
like,
room?
these nice wooden stalls with a big old carpet with the logo in the middle of it.
There's
So,
some sweet.
Nice.
yeah,
How old is that stadium? The arena.
20 years.
20
They're actually
years old.
celebrating their 20th year this year.
What are you guys doing for it?
I don't know.
What are you guys
They're
doing?
doing like
Pizza
a-
party and a
You guys
hot
gonna have
tub?
some
I don't
cake?
know. I'm not
You
doing
guys gonna
anything
have
for
some
it.
cake?
No idea.
No clue.
Yeah.
Well, we have a positive spin for the day.
Okay.
which I think is very relevant to the kids having to stay with host families.
Yeah, that actually
would
works
be
out, too.
interesting. Did they like sign up for that? Like the family's like, yeah, we'll take a hockey player.
Yeah, so like they apply. It's actually a pretty strenuous application process. So families apply, and then there are rules that they have to they have to have a room for the kid, and then a dedicated bathroom for the kid, and then they get paid a little bit to help with like food costs and stuff. But then they basically have to commit to making meals for the kid, and
Oh wow.
I think most of the kids end up doing their own laundry, but like basically they have to be there to help with that process. So a lot of the times what happens is it's like empty nesters that have their kids go off to college and they have extra rooms and stuff. Or it'll be people just with a big house and they'll have like young kids, and then they kind of, so a lot of times, host families will have the same player for year after year after year. So they kind of get to know them. And then, a lot of the players kind of refer to them as sort of their host family. Like they call them their host mom or like my host dad. And so they get pretty close relationships there.
That's cool.
That's sweet.
Yeah. And
feel
then
all
we
nice.
we try to honor them once a year, and we have all the host families down, and we bring them on the ice and
Hug them.
say their name and
Hug
put a
'em.
spotlight on them and stuff.
Give them some flowers.
They're sort
flowers.
of
Maybe.
hidden, a lot of the hidden parts of putting on the team and everything. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially to have like.
That's
kids
what we
in
should
Denmark.
call everyone we stay with. This is
Our
our,
host
this is our
family.
Boise host family.
Brian, you're my host mom.
yeah. Okay.
Host mom, Brian.
Okay.
Brian's the host mom.
I'm not doing your laundry.
Come on, host mom. So yeah, our positive spin today is I felt bad. Is house guests
House guests.
because we've kind of just flat out saying it. We've been like jumping back. See, I can't speak.
Just bumping back
Just
and forth.
bumping
you
back
know?
and forth.
bumping
Me
up.
and Brian, host, mom,
Bumping
and
it up.
so we've been going kind of like
mom.
this is kind of the erratic part where we're not really going in a straight line. So we were going to like Coeur d'Alene, and then we came back to your house,
Right.
and then we went to Missoula,
It's a
and then we
little
came back
starfish.
to your house. Yeah, so we're doing like weird routes to different places. So we've been here for like a week.
Yeah. It's like having you as a roommate again.
I know, and you did not miss it one bit.
I did a little bit,
But yeah, I mean, it's just like
it's a small place.
it is a small place, but we're going to be gone tomorrow, and I'm going to cry for 4 straight days missing my host mom.
You get a new host mom. In
I get a
Boise.
new host mom.
Her
It's
name,
always gonna be
her
a
name
dude.
is Mikey.
And I'm going
Yeah.
to call him my host mom. But yeah, so I wanted, because the positive thing about house is obviously having like fun and getting to know people and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that I feel like
I get to know you.
but I mean,
Getting to hang
but
out
you
with
get to
your
know
friends,
Monica.
too.
You
I
didn't really
did get
you
to
didn't know
I hung
Monica.
out with Monica before.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, I'm old balls, but Monica's new. Okay,
Yeah.
Monica's new. She's
Monica's
fresh.
new. She's fresh balls. That sounds bad.
Monica has fresh balls.
All right, this metaphor's over.
Back to house guests.
Back to house guests.
I hope you put that like on like a card or something, like Monica Fresh Balls maybe.
Old Momo
It's
fresh
in my
balls.
in my bio.
Bonds the fresh baller. Bonds the fresh baller. That's a good one.
No.
No.
No, I like having house guests. It's actually not too bad.
No.
For a limited amount of time. Like if we had an extra room, I think it'd be one thing. But
Oh yeah, I mean we've just been crashing in your living room, and
Yeah.
then Monica throws pillows at me when I start snoring.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I appreciate that you have some extra throw pillows though, so that I can.
They're called throw
I will-
pillows.
They're
that I
called
will
throw
defer to
pillows
my
for
wife.
Is that why
reasons.
they're called throw pillows originally? So you can throw them at people that
I
snore?
don't know why they're called throw pillows.
You just throw them on the couch.
I use them as
you know?
lumbar support. So
That's
Lumbar?
yeah,
Like lower? That's lower
Yeah.
back, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that sounds
'Cause
nice.
our couch is a little slouchy. So
A
Sounds
little
nice.
slouchy bouchy.
but you pull
I like that
a
couch,
little
though.
pillow there. Yeah, it's good.
Put a little pillow there. Get that
It's a
lumbar.
good couch. That couch was free.
Leave it. Oh, yeah, it is nice.
Yeah, I've
And
been just
our
fine
recliner
sleeping
was
on that.
$20. I'm all about cheap furniture.
Dude.
You're
It's
crushing
the
it.
best. I love IKEA. Anyway, we've done a lot though. We've been like we've gone to play basketball one day.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's been fun. It's been a good time.
Well, I think the best part about having house guests is you get to kind of show them around your neighborhood. You know, like we got to
Yeah.
go to some of the restaurants that we go to and
The Lantern had
show
some
parts
fish
of
and chips.
Spokane that maybe you haven't seen before. And
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
And you
'Cause
got
I-
a sweet location. Like we just walked to a couple places. That was
yeah,
cool.
yeah, we lucked out. Like we moved over here and a couple years ago, and I didn't know anything about Spokane except coming up here from school. So it was good. We kind of lucked into a neighborhood that is almost the most like Seattle neighborhood in Spokane.
It does actually
It did,
feel
yeah.
that
Like
way,
it's sort of
yeah.
like an up and coming little street, and with a bunch of like there's a brewery and these little pubs and a pizza place and like a farmer's market on Thursdays and stuff. So it's a cool spot.
Yeah. You just looking at me with that nodding smile.
Because it was farmer's market. I got excited.
Oh, yeah. Dude,
Kale.
Gotta get them veggies.
Couldn't find kale anywhere.
Try to get that kale in me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've ever actually legitimately had kale before.
Well, we'll change
Really?
that.
Yeah,
That's
ever.
good.
I have kale chips in the car.
Kale chips in the car?
Mm-hmm.
But it's vegetables. How can it
They
be a chip?
are nacho flavored. I think you'll be okay.
They're not.
I don't like them really, so yeah, you should try them.
Just munch on those for a little while.
Because Hot Pam gave them to us, yeah.
Hot Pam on the Fox.
Can you
is
imagine
77.
buying kale chips when you were like 13? Because like
No.
if somebody
Or
said, "Okay,
making
we
them?
have road snacks," and they gave you kale chips, I would be
Like,
so
what
pissed.
is this? Is this
These aren't
grass
Cheetos.
that you left out in the sun?
Horseshit.
Why are you feeding me grass?
No, I love kale.
How do you? So like,
Anyways.
I mean, how do you guys approach each time you're like coming into a new place where you're the house guest? Because that's got to be sort of uncomfortable in certain situations, right?
I mean, yeah, we haven't
Yeah,
really
that's-
gotten to that. I mean, we're gonna meet people. Like, we're gonna go stay with people we've never met in person before.
Yeah.
And I guess we'll just kind of hit that bridge when we get to it.
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
I mean, both of us in Seattle, we let a lot of comics stay with us just because
Yeah.
you understand the kind of like trying to save money and
You're like your own
you know what you're
Airbnb
doing.
thing?
Yeah, kind of.
that's how it works.
Cameron and I let a
That's how
ton
that
of
works,
people
right?
stay there.
I've never done that.
I mean, that's how it works. But like, I mean, I'd always like, for example, I'd work like a parlor or the Tacoma Comedy Club, and then the feature would need a place to stay, and they just stay with me, and it's just fine. You know,
Yeah.
that's just kind of the way it rolls. And there's always like people posting on Facebook, like, I know this person, they're coming into town. Can you put them up? They're very nice, and you just
So
go
kind
off
of
of
vouch for him.
yeah. You have
Okay.
people go off of like vouch. Exactly.
Right. So a lot of this, like I just whoever's producing our shows or booking us or whatever, I'll say, hey, where do
Yeah.
people normally stay or whatever, and then they go, oh, I'll ask some people, and then they'll say like, probably, you know, this guy would be the best person to stay with, or
Oh, okay.
you know, whatever.
By the end of this, we're gonna be professional house guests. Let's get
We are. I'm a professional house
all
guest.
pro. I'm gonna go on the pro circuit of house
Professional
guests.
stand-up
Mm.
comedian, aka
I don't
house
think that pays
guest.
well. To be honest with you.
It just-
What if you could get paid to be a house guest? That'd be
Dude.
awesome.
That would be great.
I wouldn't doubt it if someone actually tried already. To be honest,
I would be into it. Let's do it.
Do you guys want to take the quiz real quick? Just
I'll
do
take
it
the
now.
quiz.
Yeah.
This
What's
is
the quiz?
so the quiz, because this is a sportier podcast.
And we've been talking about fantasy football for
Yeah,
every day,
for
for
every
all
day.
of the days.
Yeah,
It's kind of consuming, isn't
much.
it?
it's all consuming, and I love it.
It's kind of sad how those commercials are right when they talk about like when you're not talking about fantasy. You're
mean
talking about nothing.
DraftKings and
Ugh,
FanDuel and-
those are too much. Too much.
DraftKings, I didn't even know that was a thing until we started coming over here, and now I can't get it out of my
It's
head.
different.
Ed Norton, you fucking asshole.
I forgot that he does the voiceover in one of them. So this is what football team are you? And Monica. NFL football, because I tried to find a quiz like this and it was all soccer.
Okay.
It's all Premier League
Oh,
soccer.
sweet. Well,
But
that I would have no idea.
this is NFL, and Monica found this quiz and she likes it for what reason, Monica?
Because I'm pretty sure a 13-year-old boy made it. It's, there's like some sweet
Yes.
options
And he
spelled
probably
wrong.
rigged it so that he
His
got
name
his
is Mike,
team
though,
every time.
so it's created by Mike.
Dude, this is my quiz. I made
Not
it
Ira, like all our other
10
quizzes.
years ago
on
on gotoquiz.com.
sweet.
I don't
So,
know if
okay.
it even said why, actually.
So first question, Brian, you ready? You're in the hot seat.
I am ready.
What is your age?
My age?
Yeah.
27.
So 25 to 30?
That would be the range.
Yep, but good job.
I
Nailed
am
it.
just
Putting it
crushing
all
this.
together
Hold on.
here.
Acing it. I'm an
Brian,
ace.
your gender is male, even though you are my house mom. You are a male. I enjoy this. I wonder what if it's just a quiz
I
that's just
enjoy
straight.
this.
It's just like demographics.
Yeah, your
like, what-
information.
It's not a quiz.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Oh, you're probably
Your
saying
night
that's
out on the town is doing what? Party all night and not worry about tomorrow. Study finals that are Monday. Watch WWE and watch football.
It's like the way he typed it. It's like my favorite.
Go shopping for clothes. Nothing else. Go to Walmart and goof off. Or stay
Cameron and I
home.
have done that once,
That
just
is
in the
fun.
middle of the
That
night.
is fun to do. Stay home. I got all I need here. What do you do on a night uptown?
Why is the one that's watch football? Why does it include watch WWE?
I would never do both of
I
those.
feel like you don't have to like one of those to like the other one.
No, you have to. You have to choose.
Okay, I'll go WWE.
Would you watch some
Yeah.
pro wrestling?
I can't remember the last time I watched
I'm
it.
gonna
I was
say
into it for like 6
I'm
months.
gonna say
in
go
fourth
to
grade.
Walmart and goof off. That's fun. I like doing that.
Yeah.
All right. How
stay
smart do you
home.
think you are? That's really backhanded. How smart do you think you are? I am the smartest person I know. I'm high on my brain power, above normal, below what I would like, or
It's
just
not average.
stupid.
Like that's what
Above normal or normal?
I was just
Half the
dying
quizzes
while I
are
was.
just how bad they are in
I'll
general.
go normal, I
one's
guess.
my
Normal?
favorite.
I think I'm about normal intelligence. I don't want to toot my own
Monica,
horn.
what did you pick?
Above normal,
Oh,
Abby normal.
wow.
You know,
I'm gonna say I'm high on my brain, but no,
Somebody's full of herself.
I'm gonna say normal. On a scale of
just
one,
stupid. It
on a
was the last
scale
one.
of 1 to 6, how much of an A man are you? Is that like an alpha male?
What?
I don't know what that
How
is.
much of a man are you?
Of
Not-
A
and
man. Why is it
it's
capital
just capitalized.
A?
Why is the H capitalized? It's just fucking wrong.
I thought he was
okay?
trying to
This was
shorten.
made by
How
a
much of a
13-year-old
man
kid.
are you?
I was hoping they were just trying to like separate alpha male. Like I'm an A man. I'm an alpha male.
Well, that would be more letters.
6. I set in my underwear all day. Stupid.
What?
I told you it's
This
the
is
best.
the worst quiz you've ever taken. I love
What
it.
does that have to do with
5. Yeah, I yell at sports events. That's what being a man is.
Like it sounds like he's
This kid-
standing up for himself. Like, yeah, I yell at
This
sports
kid learned
events.
from, he learned from his dad, and that's what his dad does. Just
your
sits in his
dad's a
underwear.
dick.
and
Sits in his
yells at
underwear
the
and he yells
TV.
at the
I'm a
That's
man.
all there is to being a man.
4.
Just read it right.
I'm man's man. I'm my man's man.
I'm a man's man.
3. I like to think I am. 2. I don't like to get dirty at all. Or 1. I'm female. So on that
That's where it goes. That's
on
the
that
scale.
excellent rating system, Brian.
I'm gonna go with 2. I don't like getting dirty. I'm not a manly man.
You're like,
No.
I don't.
I like
oh,
how
wait,
confident you are in that.
That's mine. I don't know. I guess I don't know what I say. I'm gonna say I like to think I am.
I mean, I don't yell at the TV in my underwear, so I guess I'm disqualified.
Yeah,
from-
you're out of it.
Monica, how much of a man are you?
I mean, I want to say I'm female, but honestly,
Seems like the obvious thing.
yeah, it might be.
All right. What did you pick, Monica?
I'm female. That's what I
You're
picked.
female? Okay. Life has been rough, but I'm still standing. Nice. No problems yet. All about me. Easy in the past, getting harder. There's no. It's easy in the past, getting harder. There's no comment. Sucks uphill battle. There's no punctuation.
On a rough
I
day.
feel
All
like,
about the future and looking up, not looking forward. Looking
I
up.
feel like this is just a conversation he had on AIM, and he just made it a quiz. Like that's what it
What
is.
was his AIM username?
Fucking
You could spend an hour
13-year-old
talking
Mike, 69.
So what do you think, Brian?
about that. Life's looking up. I'll go with life's looking
all
up.
about the
I'm
future
pretty
and
optimistic.
looking up.
Things are going well.
Good.
I'm gonna pick. I don't know. I'm gonna pick all. Nice, no problems yet. I don't know.
Seems good.
I don't know what to pick.
It
That
seems
seems like you're
nice. No problems
expecting
yet.
things to go bad.
Yeah, what did you choose, Monica?
Rough, but I'm still standing.
7. You have $100. Where would you spend your money? Walmart, Aeropostale, Hot Topic, EB
These are
Games,
options.
Electronics Boutique, which is a store that is no longer open, is out of
Yes.
business across the country.
love
Target
this
or
quiz.
Pay Bills. I'm being sued. Which you don't know what being sued means. You're not paying bills if you're getting sued.
He is 13. Leave him alone.
You can't just pay bills.
Because
You have to only be like you only pay bills when you're getting sued, right?
dude, I have to pay my electric bill. Are you in a
If
lawsuit
you-
right
Are
now?
you getting?
You gotta pay.
Gotta go
rent.
pay
Ooh,
my
you got
bills.
sued?
Ooh,
That's
what'd you
tough.
do?
Target.
Yeah, I know. I want to
Sorry.
say Target.
Who doesn't spend a ton of money at Target?
I'm gonna
100
say EB Games and just have a little flashback into my life and see what happens.
That's hilarious.
What game are you best at, Brian? Cards, chess, bowling, video games, skating spelled wrong, or I don't play games.
Well, we
I don't
did go-
play games.
Well, we did go bowling yesterday,
You were pretty good at
You
bowling.
crushed yesterday.
and I had like my career high.
So you can say
Is
bowling?
it a career?
205, yeah.
Sure, I'll
that's
go
great.
bowling. I got a 205. That was
Yeah, that's really
like
good.
the best I've ever done.
I'm gonna say video games. Monica, what do you say?
I mean, out of those, I'd have to go with bowling.
What movie would you watch right now? Right now, Brian. What movie would you watch? Da Vinci Code, Mean Girls,
No.
Rocky, Blues Brothers, Blue Brothers. Sorry, not Blues Brothers. Blue Brothers.
Blue
Off-brand
Brothers.
My
Blues
bad.
Brothers.
I don't like movies or don't matter as long as it's a good one. As long as it a good one, by the way. It's not it.
Oh,
as long
God.
as it a good one.
Long did a good
As
one.
long as it a good one. What do you think?
Blue Brother.
Da
Da Vinci
Girls.
Code, Mean
Yeah,
Girls,
I'll go Blues Brothers. I like Blues Brothers.
Blue Brothers.
I'll assume he meant
Just
Blues
like
Brothers.
the knockoff.
I'm gonna
band, like,
say-
just made it in their garage.
It's just a movie. Maybe it's just a movie
I
about
think
the
this.
Blue Man
I think
Group.
this
Ooh,
quiz
maybe.
is dated by when it came out because that must mean Da Vinci Code came out that time.
Maybe
Well,
it's just
but
his
Mean Girls
favorite
is
movie.
2004.
Everybody else's favorite movie is Da Vinci Code. You don't know that, Mike?
Dude, I think I want to pick Blues Brothers too. I'm gonna pick Blue Brothers also.
No, it doesn't matter as long as it's a good movie.
Doesn't matter as long as
Here's
it's
a good one, Brian. Next question: Are you rich?
Nope.
Are you rich? No, I'm broke.
Go back to
I get
work
by,
in
no
sports.
problems. I will be very soon. I like to think I am.
am.
Yes, and then some. This quiz is amazing. It's my favorite one we've ever done.
You're welcome.
One of the two. No. What are the no?
No, I'm
options?
broke, or I get by, no problems.
I get by, no problems.
Okay.
No, I'm broke. Not really.
I'm going to say I will be very soon. Forever the optimist. What is the perfect?
and
What is a
some.
perfect day to you, Brian?
A perfect day to me.
Snow everywhere. A hot day on the beach. This is a weather question. It's just phrased really weird. 50 outside, leaves falling in the park. Nighttime, 70 outside. Don't matter. I like outdoors. Or I hate outside.
That question gave you
just weather.
no
Like,
idea
what is
what
your
that was
favorite weather?
actually
What
about.
is your
Yeah.
favorite weather?
I'll go the 50 with the leaves. I like
50
fall
with the
time.
leaves. I'm gonna
Get to
go.
bring out the hoodies. That's kind of my favorite time of year.
I'm gonna say nighttime 70.
Oh, that's what I said.
Nighttime 70. All right. Next question, Brian. What would you do if you had a week off and money didn't matter? Travel the world and learn a lot.
In a week.
Go on a cruise. Party all week. Shop till I dropped. Go skiing and surfing in the same week. Oh, crazy. Watch sports at all the towns I love.
You know, this kid's dream is watching sports in all the towns.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What's funny, I hope he got done with this quiz and he was just like, I fucking nailed that, you guys. In his head, he's like, this is the best quiz
I
ever.
want
I
to know
really like
how.
the travel the world and learn shit.
Okay,
That's
learn a
good.
lot.
Learn a lot.
I'm gonna
I
pick.
feel like if
Which is one
I had
word,
all
isn't
the
it?
money in the world, I'd probably go
I'm gonna
somewhere.
pick,
Try to learn some stuff.
I'm gonna pick go on a cruise. Why not? Cruises are fun. What did you pick, Monica?
Just because I really like this quiz, I'm going to put go skiing and surfing in the same week.
Yes.
'Cause that's a lot of activity.
If they
I don't
would
even
make
know how
a
to
movie
ski
of your life,
Or surf.
it would be rated what? It's a really poorly phrased question.
What?
Oh,
If
you
they made a
spelled
movie of
friendly
your life,
wrong.
it would
God.
be rated what? G, very child friendly. PG-13, just a little bad. Or
That's the
R.
weirdest way
And
you
then-
could say that.
And R
Gee,
has
very child friendly.
R has a dash on it, like he meant to write more in there, and he didn't.
I forgot.
all the way.
Or
What did you think,
just a little bit.
I'll go PG-13.
dude? I'm gonna go R.
I like
Your
I like
life
to
is
keep
rated
it
R.
cool, but just
Well,
a little bit.
I mean, I say pretty terrible things a lot, so it'll be R for language for sure.
I think you. Never mind. Yep. I will pick R as well.
What type of
You guys
music
are
do you
just
like?
Too adult for me.
What type of music do you like, Brian? Country, rock, hip hop, rock, hip hop.
What?
Hyphenated, rock, hip hop,
Rock hip hop.
rock, hip hop,
Is that like rock rap?
rock, hip hop,
Rock rap is not.
Rock hip
rock, hip
hop.
rock, hip hop. Everything. I want to dance to it, whatever it is. Light rock, old stuff, and old stuff's all over. Or heavy metal.
I like how we got
Rock,
that
hip
one
hop?
out.
You like rock, hip hop?
Rock rap?
Rock, hip hop.
I'll go light rock old stuff. It's one word.
Oh my gosh, Monica, what
that
did
old
you
stuff.
choose?
Rock hip hop.
I'm gonna just say everything.
Because the thing is, if it's rock and hip hop, that's a way different question than if you like
Absolutely.
All right,
There's a,
dude, this is my
usually
favorite
different.
one.
It's very confusing.
The animal you like the most is what? Is a what?
sea otter.
A bird? A big dog? A cat? A small dog? A wild animal, which is ANAMAL, or the fish family? The whole fish family.
What is a fish family?
Big dog, big dog.
Big dog, big dog? Like big
I
dog
like to call
t-shirts?
people big dog for no reason.
Big dog.
What's up, big dog?
All right, I just submitted yours. I'm gonna say fish family. Just see what
I'm
happens.
gonna go small dog.
I think if you say fish family, you're just the dolphins, right?
Ooh, maybe, yeah.
Dude.
Oh.
Dude.
Oh my god, his fucking descriptions.
So it did it in percentages.
Ooh, okay.
So you are 80. Well, I'll go first.
Okay.
I am 79% most the Bears.
Well, that fits.
Well, there you go.
But this is the description for the Bears.
Duh, Bears.
Fun and basic and strong. Keep it basic and easy.
That
You
is
had
Mike
great-
Coletta.
you had
Fun
great-
and basic.
You had great years in the past, and you are happy now. Never mad about life. Just take what it gives you and deal the cards and play. That is so fucking depressing.
So many cliches.
Well, I'm an alcoholic.
And then I'm 72% Eagles, 71% Saints, and then Patriots, Falcons, Cowboys, Colts, and Browns. Brian, you are 81% a Bear. You are more a Bear than I am.
We're like
a Bear.
Bear brothers.
We're Bear brothers, bro.
Wow.
But then you're 76% Eagles, and
Yes.
then 51% Patriots.
What am I so low on? What's that?
Cowboys and
I'm not very
Browns.
cowboy.
You're not very much of a cowboy.
I think
Meanwhile,
that's because I
Cowboys are
answered
up
the
higher
man
for me.
question that I wasn't because Cowboys are manly, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This
if
is
you guys were in your underwear and yelling at the TV more
Way
often.
more.
What
more.
are you, Monica?
I'm the Saints. Mm-hmm. Been through a lot, but life is a party every day. But who cares? Life's short.
Oh my God, that's messed up.
You party, work, sleep, and party some more. You don't care about the past or the future, just one drink at a time. Why am I such an alcoholic? I don't know.
This is amazing.
And then I'm
inside, like, what this
74%
kid's
Patriots.
view of what adulthood is.
Right.
Like he just thinks you just sit there and drink and yell at the TV. Like that's all there is.
This is great. Or maybe it's a guy who does these things and he's just hammered while he made this. Just sitting in his underwear.
Like rock old stuff.
I like rock old stuff.
I rock old stuff right there.
Rock hip hop.
Oh my gosh, we're at 51 minutes right now.
Cool.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it flies by when you're like rock hip hop.
Like rock old stuff.
Like rock old stuff.
Rock old stuff.
Hashtag like rock old stuff.
Talk about some charities.
Yeah, do you have any charities?
Well, Brian and I were talking about it the other day, and they
Okay.
do a thing called Amazon Smile,
Oh,
which I didn't even
yeah.
know about.
Smile.
So
Yeah, we should talk about that. It's good.
Yeah.
Elaborate.
That's a good. It's a good one. You want to go ahead?
I don't know. I don't really understand it.
So basically, Amazon has this Smile program where you go into your Amazon account, and if you guys are like me, I shop on Amazon for pretty much everything. And so you can kind of pick whatever charity you want. So everything from like big national charities to local ones. So like mine, I think, is the Northwest chapter of the Juvenile Diabetes Research Fund. But you go in and then you go to, when you shop on Amazon, you go to smile.amazon.com, and then most things are eligible for it. But I think Amazon returns like 0.5% or something there's some percentage, but basically they kick back part of your purchase to that charity, and it doesn't cost you anything.
That's awesome. So you go on and you pick which one.
Yeah,
you
so
want.
like you go to Amazon Smile, and then you like connect it with your regular Amazon account, and then you just pick whatever charity you want, and then it's just automatically set. And then as long as you shop through smile.amazon.com, so like I just made a bookmark for Amazon on my computer browser, internet browser, and then just go to that when you want to go to Amazon, and then it basically changes nothing else about how you use Amazon. It's cool.
Dude, that's awesome. That's
Like it takes like zero work.
I like that too, because it's like
That's how we like it.
choose what you want to give to.
Yeah,
Like,
and then
instead of
like
us-
it's not you don't like I feel like you don't have to do as much like research into individual events or whatever. Like you just kind of what's nice about it is that it's hands free. Like you just
Right.
kind of sign up for it and then
it's happening.
go on about
Something
how
you're
you-
doing
you know.
anyways.
And then
It's
when you're
always
buying
adjusting
like a
or
video
whatever,
game, you get back.
Is that making yourself feel better about that?
Then
Yeah.
you can buy all of that beer for when you're the Saints and
When I'm watching.
just buy it on Amazon.
Football.
And
As
then
a-
you're giving
Dude,
back.
as a basic person, I really
basic
hope
person.
to use this to facilitate my
simple-
charity. Just as a simple man,
basic.
apparently. Very simple
Fun
person.
and basic.
Fun.
Just super basic.
Mike Coletta, fun and basic.
This is the rudest quiz we've ever taken.
Wow, I hope I get to bring you up sometime soon. One of our shows.
Please
Your
welcome.
next comedian is
please-
fun and
Please
basic.
welcome the very basic Mike Coletta. Oh, this is the
It's
worst.
basic, bitch. Mike Coletta.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you so much for doing the podcast, Brian.
Yeah, no problem,
This
man.
was
Thanks for
good.
having me on the
This was
podcast.
a
Thanks
great
for letting us
episode.
stay at your house.
Thanks for letting us stay at your house for a week. Okay, cool. Thanks. Bye. Okay. We're gonna go. We have a show tonight. This is exciting.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm just gonna snuggle up next to my house mom.
I thought it was a
We'll
host.
avoid that.
Host mom.
Host mom.
Host mom?
Host
House
mom.
mom.
House
House
mom.
mom.
Are we
We're in sorority.
We are in a sorority right now. Okay, I gotta go practice my duck face. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.
Bye.